On DC News Now tonight, a manhunt underway after a Maryland judge is shot and killed in his driveway. We have team coverage tonight on the shocking story developing out of Hagerstown.
Plus, it's Restaurant Week in Arlington, where they're serving up delicious dishes that won't break the bank.
I'm tracking rain and windy conditions. I have your weekend forecast in a moment.
It's a sales tax holiday where you can stretch your dollar this weekend, from school supplies to clothes and shoes.
The House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
17 days without a speaker, and Republicans are back to square one.
And embracing a lost art.
I think this is really therapeutic for a lot of people.
One man's decades-long ambition to make people look good from the feet up.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Friday evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight for DC News Now at 9. I'm Tasmin Mahfouz.
And I'm Mark Hall, filling in for Chris Flanagan. A $10,000 reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest of the suspect who shot and killed a Washington County judge.
Yeah, so the shooting happened last night outside of Judge Wilkinson's home. Authorities are looking for this man, 49-year-old Pedro Argote. The U.S. Marshals just released this updated photo of him. Argote is considered armed and dangerous.
And now he's accused of shooting and killing 52-year-old Judge Andrew Wilkinson in the driveway of his home around 8 last night. Wilkinson was taken to a hospital where he later died. We have live team coverage tonight. Our Michaela Newton is standing by in studio with what we know about the suspect.
Yeah, but we want to start with our Marielle Carbone, who's live in Hagerstown, right outside the Washington County Circuit Court. Marielle, people there still stunned and on edge.
Yeah, they are, and even being in the neighborhood where the judge lived today, it just felt quiet and somber. Now, people from those here locally all the way up to statewide officials are mourning the loss of the judge tonight. Meanwhile, police tell us they are searching for the suspect in this case. All the while, judicial safety and security are top of mind.
I just prayed last night for that family.
A community coming together after an unthinkable attack.
You know, we're a small community here, close-knit, so we pull together when something like this happens.
Friday, flowers laid in the driveway of Washington County Judge Andrew Wilkinson. Police say the judge was shot to death Thursday night. The suspect in this case, Pedro Argote, had a custody case before the judge earlier that day. Wilkinson awarded custody to the mother of the children.
This was a targeted attack on...
Sheriff Brian Albert says there isn't any widespread concern for local judges tonight, but following the attack,
We placed officers and troopers at the local judges here in the county at their residence.
Judicial safety has been a concern in recent years. In June of 2022, President Biden signed a bill to expand security protections for Supreme Court judges. And that was following the leak of a draft opinion overturning Roe v. Wade.
We see this unfortunately across the country, threats on judges, threats on public officials.
And Hagerstown has its own history. In 1989, then Washington County Circuit Judge John Quarterman was the target of an attack when a bomb disguised as a package was left on his doorstep. He survived. Maryland State Senator Paul Quarterman is his son.
And again, these individuals are public servants. They are individuals in our community, just like you and I. We have families, we have loved ones.
And again, police are searching for that suspect in this case. They say if you have any information or you know his whereabouts, to contact police. Reporting live in Hagerstown tonight, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Marielle, thank you. Now, court records show a very messy legal battle that started when the suspect, Argote, filed for divorce last year.
Yeah, Michaela Newton is live in the newsroom. And Michaela, what else do we know about the legal battle so far?
Yeah, well, Mark, does mean a very messy legal battle indeed. But even before the shooting happened, there were somewhat of warning signals that took place before showing that Argote could have been somewhat of a risk to others. Now, Washington County Sheriff Brian Albert said while Argote didn't have a criminal record in Washington County, officers had responded to the residence for verbal domestic assaults 2 times within the last few years. Now, in his initial court filing, Argote accused his wife of neglecting her homeschooling responsibilities and failing to properly supervise their children. Now, she did file a counter complaint accusing Argote of cruel treatment and saying she couldn't support herself financially. Now, days later, his wife requested a protective order saying he was harassing her via text, controlling her every move, and threatening to abuse their daughter and even making false accusations against her. Now, court records also show that a judge, even though he granted a temporary protective order, which included a directive for Argote to surrender his firearms, it was dismissed at the request of his wife. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Michaela Newton for DC News Now.
Michaela, thank you. All new tonight, 2 Americans named Judith and Natalie Raanan freed by Hamas after more than 2 weeks as hostages.
Yeah, Natalie, who you see right there on your right, just 17 years old. They were visiting Israel to celebrate Natalie's high school graduation, also a relative's birthday, when they were taken hostage.
And they're from Evanston, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago. And happening right now, Yuri Raanan, Natalie's father, is holding a news conference after the release of his daughter, Natalie, and Natalie's mother, Judith. Let's listen in.
And it's going to be the best day of my life.
Can you describe what it's been like to wait and not know?
It's the worst situation. I did not sleep at night, and my head always been in Israel. Lots of phone calls in Israel, lots of TVs. I've been glued to the TV for 2 weeks, hoping for good news. Finally it came.
Did your ex-wife say the same thing, that they were treated well and that...
I did not speak with my ex-wife.
Okay. But as far as you know, they weren't mistreated or hurt in any way?
They did not talk about it, but they look good. They look good and sound very good. Very happy.
Did you think this moment would happen? Did you ever lose hope these last couple of weeks?
I did not lose hope.
What kept you going?
Praying and just waiting for this moment.
Can you tell us about Natalie and what makes her special?
She's an 18 years old teenager, typical American teenager, care about her nails, about her hair, about her fashion, but she sounds very, very, very good.
What now from here, as far as you understand it? What is the process to get her back?
The emotional moment that you're watching right here on DC News Now. A father talking about the release of his daughter and ex-wife. They were taken hostage by Hamas terrorists in Israel, and they're the two who are coming home. Yeah. We know there are at least 10 other Americans who are still being held hostage in Palestine right now.
You could hear the relief in Yuri Raanan's voice. I mean, he said that he had not gotten a good night's sleep since they were captured.
Yeah.
So hopefully now, at least for him and his family, that they can move forward and he'll have a decent night's sleep tonight.
Yeah, very lucky, Father. And U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken spoke earlier about their release. Let's take a listen.
We welcome their release. We share in the relief that their families, friends, and loved ones are feeling. But there are still 10 additional Americans who remain unaccounted for in this conflict. We know that some of them are being held hostage by Hamas, along with an estimated 200 other hostages held in Gaza.
So later in the hour, we'll continue our coverage of the war abroad and the impacts right here at home.
And our Leonard Fleming is speaking with local Muslim leaders who had to move an annual event due to death threats.
Yeah, we'll have that full report from Capitol Hill on President Biden's call for billions of dollars as well to send help to Israel in the war.
And now to an update on a breaking news story that we brought you yesterday. The suspect in a shootout with D.C. police in Southeast has died. Police identified the suspect as 33-year-old Arthur Porter. Police were responding to a report of a man with a gun arguing with 2 women. Police say that when officers arrived on the scene on Gainesville Street, Porter ran and shot at officers. One officer was hit and was released from the hospital today. He recently graduated from the police academy late last month. And 2 other officers had minor injuries in the shooting.
And police say this was a suspect's gun that was found at the scene. Body-worn camera footage from this incident is currently under review. And DC News Now is your local election headquarters. We have an update tonight on the investigation into a data breach on the D.C. Board of Elections system. Now, officials say the server that was hacked did contain a copy of the Board of Elections voter roll. Now, partial security numbers, driver's license numbers, dates of birth, and contact information like phone numbers and email addresses may have been accessed. Board of Elections officials say they're reaching out to all registered voters. The investigation into the breach is still ongoing. And turning now to Virginia, where right now there's some great deals happening at Arlington restaurants.
It's always good about
We love
having
the
those
sound of that,
options,
right?
More than 50 restaurants are participating in Arlington's Restaurant Week. Northern Virginia reporter Max Marcilla shows us what it's all about.
It's been a tough couple of years for the restaurant industry. There was first COVID, then rising costs and staffing troubles. Now there's some positive momentum, but a restaurant owner we spoke with says he's hoping Arlington's Restaurant Week can help build on that momentum ahead of what he calls a little uncertainty in the future.
I got a chicken and a scallop and shrimp.
Standing between the kitchen and the customers, Maison Cheryl's chef and owner Bobby Mayer is in the middle of a busy night.
Nelson, you have truffle fries coming?
It's Restaurant Week at his Clarendon restaurant, and there's no shortage of food and drink requests.
You have baked brie coming?
It's very well organized chaos, as any restaurant worker can understand, and it's a moment they won't take for granted again.
The restaurant was kind of forged by fire, and I think it's a lot better for that, even though COVID was terrible.
This French restaurant opened 2.5 years ago during the pandemic and since has faced plenty of challenges.
We work on the smallest margins. We had to deal with stuff like, price of eggs being like, $100 a case.
Mayor says they've made it through and things are better, but a night like this, a week of nights like this, can help his restaurant and others stay afloat.
I've already heard tonight from Maison Cheryl that they're sold out for the weekend and up 25%. It's really as important as ever to support the local restaurants.
An important week. For diners, it's about quality time together, sharing, sometimes really sharing a meal together. But for Mayor and other restaurant owners, it's about building a customer base so they can support them through whatever challenges the industry will face next.
It's not about like the money at the moment, it's how many customers you capture. So what's tremendous about this is we may see 50 people come back, and they would have never came in the first place if it wasn't for Restaurant Week.
In Arlington, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Hey, whether it's Restaurant Week or Homecoming Weekend, gotta celebrate it with our chief meteorologist, Janessa Webb.
Yeah, but Janessa, we saw a little light rain earlier today, but hopefully that's moving out.
Yeah, we're finally seeing a little bit of relief of this rainfall across the DMV. Let's take a live look at our current radar across the area. You still have a few spotty showers that are making their way out towards the Brunswick area into Frederick as well. And then we're going to continue to watch the DC area finally kind of dry out across the region. And so that'll be our last kind of batch of rain that we see across the region. Let's talk about the next couple of days for your weekend. We're going to continue to watch highs back into the 60s. So it's going to be very chilly. And then when this front starts to kind of cross the region tomorrow morning, the breeze is really going to start to pick up. I have to pick a pick day of the weekend, and it goes to Sunday. Even though it will be a little bit cooler, there will be a little bit more sunshine. We're going to start off next week with high pressure in complete control. Look at our rain chances. Next week, it is a no-go. We have a lot of dry weather in store. And guys, we are looking forward to a warm up. I have your 7-day forecast coming up.